I request everyone to please stand for our opening prayer. Our prayer leader for today, please come here in front and lead to us our opening prayer. Okay. Everybody, please stand straight. Put your hands in your side, bow down your head, and prepare.
Everybody bow down her heads for all his plans. Please make sign of the cross and the Father of the Dear Heavenly Father, great and Savior, our Father, we kindly ask for much guidance, strength, and knowledge as we continue towards our academic journey. Thank you for all the blessings that you have given us from the lifetime and sincerely ask forgiveness for all the sinful things that we have done. May you give us enough strength and willpower to continue living this life that you have given us. And may you guide such that we will be having your final demonstration here in our session. Yes, we ask in the name of Jesus Christ, the Holy Father.
Amen. Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mom Sunshine. Good morning, visitors. It's nice to see you this morning.
Alright, before you take your seats, kindly arrange your tables and chairs properly and keep your piece of paper under your chairs. Please do not drag your chairs and table class to avoid unnecessary noises. Okay. Okay, you may now settle down. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
How are you this morning, class?
Hi.
Okay, that's good to hear that you are fine. Alright, so this time, let's check your attendance first. Is anyone absent today? None. Very good. We are in complete attendance this morning. And for that, let's give 3 big claps for ourselves. Okay. Before we proceed to our new topic this morning, let us have a review. But before our review, I already gave you my classroom rules, right? Okay. And this time, let's review it quickly. Okay. Our classroom rules is called, everybody please read.
Listen attentively.
Okay. Our classroom rules is abbreviated in word learn. And L stands for listen attentively. Okay, class. It is very important, for you to clean your you're going to listen attentively so that you can understand our discussion. Next is, everybody please read.
Engage in the activities.
Alright, for you to enjoy our discussion, our lesson for this morning, it is important that you are going to engage yourselves in our activity and be mindful that your participation is part of your performance. Next is, we have
Avoid making extra noises.
Alright, so that our class will be harmonious and it will go smoothly. Please avoid making extra noises. Is that clear?
Yes, Mom.
Okay. And for my request, Larry, to please read. Alright, class, respect is very important. As they say, respect begets respect. So, it is very important that you have respect to yourselves and also to your classmates and also to me as your teacher and to everyone. Last rule, everybody please read.
Never hesitate to ask for.
Sorry, preparing siya. Again, please read.
Never hesitate to ask for further understanding.
Alright, in our discussion later on, if you have any clarification or question, please do not hesitate to ask so that the things that bothers in your head will be clarified. Alright, this time let us have a review. Let's have a review of what we had discussed last meeting. Okay, class, who can recall what was our topic last meeting? discuss about? Yes, Camille?
Last meeting we discussed
Very good. Let's give Camille 3 claps. Now, what are the two special right triangles that is used to solve for those expressions that involves the trigonometric ratios? What are those two special right triangles? We have two. Yes, Matt.
The other one is 330 to 90.
And
And the second one is 45, 47.
very good. Let's give Matt 5 claps. Alright. So, to check if you truly understand or you can still recall our topic last meeting, I have here two expressions. You're going to determine the exact value of the following expressions. Okay, for number 1, who would like to solve? To solve it on the board. Yes, Saijan. How about for number 2? Yes, for number 2. Okay, please write here number 1
Definition of objectives na
and
iba-iba.
for number 2. Class, on your seat also, try to solve. And let's check if you will get the same answer as with your classmates working on the board or solving on the board. Get any piece of paper, any scratch of paper, your pen, and try to solve the two expressions. Do you have answer already? How about this side?
Nagkalit pa naman pala ng oras ko rin dyan.
Okay, Saijan is done answering as well as yes. Okay, let's check if their answers are correct. For number 1, yes, Saijan is correct, and let's give Saijan 3 claps. And for number 2, yes, our answer is 3/4, and Biel is correct. Let's give Biel 2 big claps. Alright. Are you excited for our new topic this morning?
Yes.
Yes? Or yes?
Yes.
Okay. I have here 3 pictures, and I want you to observe the following pictures. Now, class, what have you seen on the pictures presented on the screen? Okay. Yes, Christine?
I have observed on the first picture, the girl is looking straight. In the second picture, the girl is looking down, and on the third picture, the girl is looking up.
Okay, thank you. Very good observation. Let's give Christine 2 big claps. Okay, class. The first picture, the girl is looking forward. Second, she is looking downward. As well as in the last picture, the girl is looking upward. This time, class, do you know that in mathematics, these 3 pictures have formed angles depending on the observer's point of view?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So class, be with me this morning as we are going to discuss about everybody, please read.
Angles of elevation and angles of depression.
Alright, listen attentively because at the end of the lesson, objective?
A. Illustrate angles of elevation and angles of depression.
Thank you, Lance. And for our second objective, yes, John, please read.
B. Solve problems involving angles of elevation and angles of depression.
Alright, thank you, Jen. And for our last objective, everybody, please read.
Appreciate the practical applications of angles of elevation and depression in real-life situations.
Alright, and before we're going to dig deeper in our discussion, it is very important, class, to unlock first the following terms. And we have here, our first term to unlock is observer. Okay. Who'd like to read the first definition? Yes, Francis, please read. Alright, the definition is very self-explanatory, right? Okay, just like what you did today, you're sitting on your chairs and you're looking at my instructional materials. It serves as that you are the observer. Is that clear, class? Okay. And next term we have is yes, Danica. We have line of sight. Please read. Alright, thank you, Danica. Line of sight, it is an imaginary line. Okay, you are sitting on your chairs, you are looking at my instructional materials, and from your chairs, from your eyes, there is an imaginary line that connects the object and your eyes. Okay, that is the imaginary line, and that is called line of sight. Again, what is the line of sight? It is an
Imaginary line.
very good. Next, we have angle of elevation. Please read, Alexis.
Is the angle from the horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object above.
Alright, thank you, Alexis. To give you an illustration, we have here an illustration. This class focus on this part. We have here the observer's eye, and we have the horizontal line. What is the horizontal line? The horizontal line, class, is the line of it is the line that forms from the observer's eyesight. Kanang itong eye level niya, class. The observer is not looking up. The observer is not looking down. The observer is directly looking forward to the object that he or she is observing. That is the horizontal line. And we have here the line of sight. The line of sight connects the eye, the observer's eye, to the object that he or she is observing above. Okay, so the angle of elevation is the observer is looking upward or downward? Upward. Okay, do you have questions about the angle of elevation? None. Let's proceed to the angle of depression. Who would like to read?
Kaya na susunod ko
Another
na siya.
hand?
Lahat ng-
Another hand? Yes, Mary Rose.
Angle of depression. Is the angle from the horizontal to the line of sight of the observer to the object.
Alright, thank you, Mary Rose. Angle of depression, class, is the opposite of angle of elevation. We have here an angle of depression focused on the illustration below. We have here the observer's eye. The observer's eye is looking downward. Is looking to the object below. Okay. And we have here the horizontal line again. It is the eye level of our observer. The horizontal line here. And the line of sight is directed
Kamara tayo.
upward, downward.
Downward.
Very good. The line of sight of the observers is directed downward to the object that he or she is observing. And the angle form is called, again, what is it called?
Angle of depression.
Alright, very good. And this time, before we proceed to our example, do you have any questions, class, with regard to the definition of angles of elevation and angles of depression?
None.
Another hand aside from what? Yes, Bull?
Because based on the illustration, the observer's line of sight is looking upward.
Very good. This gives you 5 claps. Very good. How about this? Second illustration. The answer is, the illustration represents the angle of depression. Very good. Okay, how can we tell that the illustration represents the angle of depression? Who can justify or who can give the reason? Yes, Larry? Very good. Let's give Larry 2 big claps. Okay. Your answers, class, are correct. Do you have any clarification with regard to the concept of angles of elevation and angles of depression? Okay. Now, class, how about if you encounter a word problem that involves the angle of elevation and angles of depression? How are we going to solve those kind of problems? Do you know how? No. This time, let us have first the steps and how to solve word problems that involve angles of elevation and angles of depression. Okay, for the first step, who would like to read? Raise your hand, we're just going to read. April, please read.
Draw an illustration that visualizes the problem and label it using a different information.
Alright, class. Our first step to do when we are going to encounter or we are solving problems that involve angles of elevation and angles of depression, our first step is to draw. But before ka maka-draw, class, we need to read the problem, understand the problem, and then analyze. After that, we are going to draw or illustrate the given problem to give us clear a visual on how are we going to solve that problem. Okay, next step is, would like to read? Yes, Jenny. Please read.
Formulate a ratio of a given mixture and the variable will assembly what is being asked in the problem.
Alright, formulate a ratio. Thank you, Jenny. Okay, class. What is being referred here? What ratio? It is the trigonometric ratio. Most importantly, those 3. What are those? Yung pinaka-basic. We have sine, cosine, and tangent. These 3 trigonometric ratios, class, are very important and useful so we can solve the problems. Okay, later on, we're going to have an example. Next step is step number 3. Who would like to read? Yes, Miguel.
Form an equation using the formulated ratio and the trigonometric function defined by the ratio.
Alright, so after we determine or after we formulate what is the trigonometric ratio that would best suit to be applied in order for us to solve the problem, next is we're going to have or we're going to form the equation. After forming the equation, our last step, everybody please read.
Solve the equation and label your final answer.
Alright, and that's the last step. This time, let us have an example. Anyway, class, do you have questions about the steps? None. Very good. Okay, our first problem. Who would like to read our first problem? Hello, wala yung basta. Another hand. Yes, Isabel.
Suppose that when the angle of elevation of the side is 63.4 degrees, the building has a shadow of 37.5 feet. How tall is the building? Illustrate the problem and then solve it.
Okay, class. Thank you. Thank you, Isabel. Okay, class. Our first problem is we're going to solve we're going to find how Okay. We have here a building class. The height of the building is? Na-value or wala? It is unknown. We're going to find the value of our unknown or the height of our building. And we have here the sun. Okay. Again, what is our rule? Avoid making extra noises and listen attentively. Okay, we have here the sun, and the sun forms an angle of elevation at how many degrees? Our angle of elevation? Very good. And we have here the distance from our building to, or the shadow that being formed by our, the shadow that is formed by the building. How many feet?
37.5.
Okay, so from our angle of depression, we have here 63.4 degrees, and our the distance or the shadow of the building is we have 37.5. Now class, using the illustration, what do you think is the best or suitable trigonometric ratios that or trigonometric ratio that we're going to apply to find the unknown value or the unknown variable?
Tangent.
Tangent? Why? Because? Very good. Very good. We're going to use tangent. And the formula for tangent, we have tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. This time, we're going to substitute the values into the formula. And we have this with
Tan 63.4 degrees equals y over 37.5.
Do you have questions on where natubikuha si y? None. It's because this is the opposite to our angle. How about 37.5? It is from the adjacent. Okay, this time we need to. What is our next step? For us to solve, for us. Well, very good. We're going to do cross multiplication. So, the result equation will be, we're going to multiply 37.5 by tan 63.4 degrees. And our tan 63.4 degrees is understand na siya class na ay over 1. Very good. And we have na dayon the equation y is equal to this speed.
37.5 times tan 63.4.
Okay. And to get the final answer, you are going to input these values into your scientific calculator. And we're going to stick on, we're going to, sabi ng class, we're going to round to the nearest hundreds. Our final answer is, kanana siya sa second sa hundredths place na atong decimal class. Okay, so what is the result? Try.
74.89.
74.89. Let's check. And that is correct. 74.89 feet. And if we're going to round to the nearest whole number, the answer will be
75.
Okay, so we have two forms of answer in class. We can answer in a decimal form, that is round to the nearest hundredths, and also we can answer it in whole number. We're going to round it to the nearest whole number na dayon. Okay, do you have questions? And please do not forget to label our answer. What is our unit being used here? here?
Feet.
Feet. Because our problem talks about
The height of the house.
okay, the height of the building. And it is given also that the shadow is 37.5 feet. This time, who can conclude? Who can give the conclusion? Therefore, okay, Zul.
Therefore, the height of the building is 74.89 feet or 75 feet.
Very good. Let's give Zul 2 claps. Do you have any question, class? And how to get 74.89 feet? Nine. So, is it clear na? Sure. Yes. Okay. This time, okay class, before I forget, this problem is focused on wait, stop. This problem is about the angles of elevation. And how about if we're going to have problems that involves angles of depression? Okay, let's have another example for that. But before we proceed to our problems, second problem, let us have first a word work. Would like to try? Okay. Ariel, would like to try to answer it on the board? Okay. Okay, class. While Ariel is working a solution here on the board, I want you to also try it on your seat. Get a scratch of paper and let's check if you can get the correct answer. Pick up. First is you're going to illustrate the problem. Ariel is taking the illustration. Okay, class. Do you understand the problem? The problem asks for what is asked in the problem? The length of the ladder. Okay. In our problem, we have a ladder. It is leaning against the wall. And the angle of, it makes an angle of elevation which is, how many degrees? 80. Okay, 80 degrees. And the foot of the ladder, the distance from the foot of the ladder to the wall is how many feet? 7 feet. Okay. And our problem, again, what is asked in the problem? It is the length of the ladder. Okay. Do you have your illustration? Is it the same with Ariel? How about you, Alejandro? Are you solving? Okay. How about Glyrene? Wow, Glyrene has already had their answer. Do you have a scientific calculator? Okay. How about in this group? What's your answer? Answer is? Okay, let's check if you have the same answer with real papers. Yes. Okay, class, do you have your answers now? Okay, let's wait for a review. answer. Label. Label your final answer.
So man ata. Hype lang sa ladder.
Okay, class, what is your answer? 40.31. How about here? Let's check the word of the real. So, this illustration class is correct. We have here the wall, the ladder, and also the distance from the ladder to the base of the wall. And we have the angle 80 degrees. Yes, it is labeled correctly here. How about the foot of the ladder to the... Okay. And it is correct also that 7 feet is being labeled here. And next step is our... What is that? Again, it is the length of our ladder. So this is left X. Okay. This time, we're going to, what trigonometry are we going to apply? Cosine. We're going to apply because we have opposite and also we have adjacent. So what is the trigonometric ratio? It is cosine. Okay, we have opposite over adjacent. We're going to use cosine. Cos theta. Opposite, opposite over adjacent tan. It's tan. Yes, opposite over adjacent. It's correct. Sorry. Wait. Nasa yung ang calculator. Very good. Okay. The problem is asking for the length of the ladder, not the length of our wall. Na, diri na class. Masikip po sa illustration, masikip po ang answer. Okay. So, diri na siya tangent, okay? We're going to apply what trigonometric ratio? Cosine. Okay. And we have our hypotenuse. Cosine, sofa. Okay, adjacent over hypotenuse. This is adjacent 7 and okay. It's correct, it's tan 80 degrees and now we're going to cross multiply. Now. Okay. Cosine 80 degrees. So try to erase class. Times X. We have equals to 7. This time, we're going to apply next cross multiplication. We're going to divide both sides by cross multiplication, not cross multiplication. We're going to isolate, our purpose is to isolate X na to the left side. So, we're going to divide both sides by cosine. Cosine 80 degrees. Now class, try to input in your calculator. What is the result? X is equal to 40 point. Round to the nearest hundred. 40? 40? 30? 31? Okay, or round to the nearest whole number. Or 40. Say label. What unit we're going to use? Feet. Okay. Do you have questions, class? How we get 40 with 31 feet or 40 feet? None? Let's folks, angles of depression.
Mana mo? Sino mo? Napa ba dito ang kanya? Nakangol.
Okay, class. Who would like to read our second problem? Our problem for angles of depression.
Ano mo ba?
Yes. Alexis.
Top of a fire tower, a forest ranger is partner in the ground at an angle of depression of 14 degrees.
Hindi ko ano mga subject matter mo ko.
In height, how far is this partner from the base of the
Alright, thank you, Alexis. In our problem class, we have here a fire tower, and we have here our observer is on the top of our fire tower, and he is looking at his partner on the ground. And the angle of depression being formed is how many degrees? 40 degrees. And how tall is our fire tower? 45 feet. And what is asked in our problem? The distance between his partner to the base of the fire tower. Okay, class. Let's assume na wala pa ni si 40 degrees diri. Ang given is only this values. Now, to solve for
Limutan na.
the length
Kababay.
or the distance between the base of the tower to his partner on the ground, we are going to solve this triangle. Okay, class, assuming na wala pa rin si 40 degrees diri. Okay, and both is siyang given.
Hindi example sa natin.
Patulor ko daw.
Ako tulura. Ang isag duha na ako.
Our
Ano ka na?
triangle
Tapos ang
is
isa.
wala pa siya. Angle
Tapos
inside.
activity na din ko.
So, we're
Just
going to
values.
apply what concept? Alternate interior angles of a parallel line stacked by a transversal line are congruent. Very good. So it follows that our angle of depression here is 40 degrees. So the opposite or the alternate interior angle will also measure 40 degrees. That's the concept class. And we have now our illustration. And looking at the illustration, what trigonometric equation are we going to apply? Tangent. It's because opposite to our angle is, what is the value opposite of our angle? 45 degrees. And our missing is the adjacent. Okay, it's the adjacent. So we're going to use tan theta opposite over adjacent. And next, what's next? We substitute the given values, and we have tan 40 degrees over 45 is equal to 45 over x. Next is we cross multiply. So we have x times tan 40 degrees is equal to 45, and we divide both sides by, ang sa itong i-divide? Tan 40 degrees, so that we can have our x, the value of our x, and put in your calculator class, scientific calculator. 45 divided by tan 40 degrees, the result is 53.63, and the unit to be used is feet. So, that's the answer. Now, who can give the conclusion? The conclusion of this problem. Therefore, kami na siya mag-conclude class. Lihat. Right. Therefore, okay, very good. Let's give math 2 big claps. Okay, this time, it seems that, hilain na mo, this time, let us have an activity. Okay, it's activity time. Okay, I will divide the class. Okay, our mechanics, we have here the mechanics for our activity. Our first mechanics, everybody please read.
Class will be divided into 4 groups.
Alright, so this will be the group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Next. Please read.
Each group will be given with different problems to be solved in 5 minutes.
Ang buto,
Alright.
mga 30 na na.
Next.
The group is
23 pa ang demo.
solving the problem first with
Mga
correct
pagkakas ba yun?
solution and answer will receive a reward.
Alright.
Ay, may bala
And
na
for
tayo
the
na
last
paano ko.
mechanic,
Huwag ka man, nakalabata
After
yung cellphone.
completing the task, the group must give their most energetic yell.
palito siya last class. Sabi pinaka-last.
Each group must select one representative to explain the output in front.
Okay, in your group, I need a leader. Please assign a leader, a secretary. Okay. Class, listen. Don't talk to your seatmates now. Okay, you're going to select the leader. Next to leader is the secretary. The secretary, we're going to list all the group members. And the third row is the task manager. The task manager will come here in front and get the materials. Okay, class, please be reminded, John, please be reminded that in working with your groups, please avoid making extra noises and only make learning noise. What is learning noise? Learning noise is produced when you are collaborating with your group mates. And it is minimal noise lang, not so loud. If I hear a group which is very noisy, okay, let's deduct 5 points to that group. So better work in your groups using the learning noise. Okay, for group 1, please, your material manager, please come here in front. Group 2, group 3, and group 4. Wait, do not go yet. So for group 1, 2, 3, and group 4. Okay, go to your group. Okay, class. Inside that envelope, nagiha ang problem. And using the cartolina, use that, i-draw, and i-solve. Okay, and your time. Okay, are you ready? Your time starts now. Only 5 minutes. Okay, I will note the group that is so noisy. Work with your group. Collaborate with your group mates. How about here? Do you understand the problem? You're going to illustrate class. You're going to illustrate the problem. Next is you're going to solve it. How about this group? Japan? Okay, go. Going to find the numbers of
Nalilin siya. Tingin. Kapit na. Kapit na.
How about this group? Do you understand the problem? Very good. Okay, class, you only have 3 minutes left. Make it fast. 3 minutes. Later na, Mia. Make sure to solve the problem correctly. Class, don't forget to pass your 1/4. There's your secretary here. Hello, Miss Group. Are you done? Are you done? What's your answer? Group 2, you're going to find the angle of? Okay, go. Correct. How about here? Okay, class, the first group to finish the task will receive a reward. The first group to finish the task with correct solution and answer will receive a reward. Here. Nandun na tayo. Okay. Group 2, are you done? Group 1. Inverse. Okay, group 1 finished the task first. Okay, group 1, go back to your seat. Group 1, go back to your seat and do not make unnecessary noises so that hindi mo may stand ko. 5 points. Okay, group 1, group 3 are already done. Then, go to your seat na. Group 3, we're done. Okay, go back to your seat.
Angle of depression.
Okay, so that's group 4. And you get it. Okay, class, let's listen to the first group who finished the task first. Group 1, please present your work in front. Group 1. Okay, na count of 5, your presenter must be in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Iriel, please help Samir. Okay, are you ready to listen to the work of group 1? Yes. Natulog mo? Okay.
is water. And the trigonometric ratio we use is tangent. So formula is tangent.
Tan theta.
Tan theta equals over root over distance. And substitute the given value is tan theta equals 1,200 meters and 7,750 meters. And we multiply, cross multiply, and we added it, divided it both side by 1,750 meters and answer. And 1,200 meters divided 1,750
Group 2, please listen to group 1.
times equals 0.6857. We use tan inverse equals inverse tan equals 0.857. So the answer is tangent equals 34.44 degree or 34. So therefore,
Alright.
the angle of elevation is 34 degrees.
Alright, the answer of group 1 class is actually correct. Let's give them 5 big claps. Okay, next presenter, group 3. Group 1 and group 3. Okay, group 1 and group 3 have the same problem. Let's check if group 3 got the correct answer. Group 3, please present your work in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, class listen to group 3.
So firstly, we have the given problem. The ANR state building is 1,200 meters tall. So firstly, we illustrated the problem first. Here is the given equation, 1,200 meters tall. This is the AR building. What is the angle of elevation of the top from a point on the ground, 1,715 meters from the base? So we are given another information, which is a point on the ground from the building of 1,750 meters away. So, maone. Tapos, among i-connect ang 1,750 meters sa highest point of the tower. So, given man kay ang opposite of adjacent niya sa angle dire. Therefore, ang igamit kay ang adjacent, so ay kay ang tangent. So, opposite over adjacent. Ang opposite dire nga angle kay 1,200 meters. Dire tas ang opposite atas ang adjacent niya kay dire 1,750 meters. So, mo na among substitute tayo ang values. So, tan theta is equal to 1,200 over 1,750. So, i-divide naman na, which is 0.685714,285. Tapos pagkaman kay shift na mo gamit ang scientific calculator to get 34.43898928. Tapos pagkaman kay gamit na mo ang degrees na symbol sa calculator, which we got 34 degrees. So that will be the angle elevation.
Okay, group 3 also got the correct answer. Let's give group 3 3 big claps. Okay, thank you, group 3. How about group 4? Group 4, where is your presenter? Who is your presenter? Please present your work.
So, our problem here is that we don't have the angle here. We're using tan here, and the tan is opposite over adjacent. Here, and then 40 meters over meters, and 40 divided by 40 and then we'll be using negatives and tan. And so that we can use 0.67
Okay, thank you, Group 4. Your answer is correct. Thank you, Group 4. Let's give Group 4 3 big claps. And for the last presenter, Group 2. Group 2, are you done? Please present your works in front.
So, good morning everyone. We are the group 2 and our given situation is Jason is on top of a